done is fit it with a 3D holographic laser projector. Oh, yeah, it is astonishing. Trust me, my little lab rat friend, this is no ordinary watch. Mind your eyes, this could be bright. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, on second thoughts, actually, this is an ordinary watch. I've lost my 3D holographic laser one. Go away. Hello, I'm Richard Hammond. Welcome to my Blast Lab. I'll get another one. Now, I can't begin to tell you about some of the exciting experiments we do here in the Blast Lab. No, really, I can't, because if I even start to tell you about them, the government gets quite cross. Nevertheless, I do occasionally like to invite two teams of budding young scientists in here to take part in exciting scientific challenges and compete for great prizes. So coming up, we have Oliver doing his duty, helping us navigate our way through some fascinating facts. In mini-science, we tried to prevent a leak. My lab rats apparently travelled back in time to try and beat the javelin world record. We'll see about that. And it's time to get ultra messy. It's not washed. Now, for a top security lab, you need a top security guard, and this lady's right at the very top of the table, especially when it's ranked by age, because it is my Ninja Nan. Might look like she's asleep, but in fact, she's meditating. It's actually part of her martial arts training. It helps her to focus her positive energies. Or actually, no, maybe she is sleeping. OK, let's have a look at who's trying to get into my lab today. Now, you've come along here claiming to be the red team, yeah? Well, obviously, I need to check you through security, so for security purposes, your names, please, you are?
Iffy, Sky, Ruth.
Iffy, Sky, Ruth. Yep, OK, that sounds about right. Under talent, it says Sky and Iffy, you're going to do something for us just to prove you are the right people. What are you going to do?
We can do a crab.
Yeah, that's what it said here. I don't understand. Go on, then, do one. Whoa! They're broken! Oh, that's terrifying. OK, well, fair enough. That's it. You are the red team. Come on into the lab. Come on into the lab. OK, welcome to the lab. You're through. You're past Ninja Nan, but you've only got this far because, to be absolutely sure, we agree the password with the real red team. If you are the real red team, you'll know that word. What is it?
Car wash.
Car wash? Yeah, that's what I've got written down here. It's an odd word. Why did you pick that?
Because I've got a phobia for car washes. OK,
fair enough. If I see one, if anybody sees a car wash sneaking up on Iffy, we'll let you know, don't you worry. Welcome to the Blast Lab. Go and get settled in, ready for the first round. That's your red team. Right, let's meet the bunch of people claiming to be the yellow team. All right, lads, nice to see you. Standing there looking pleased for yourselves. However, before I let you into the Blast Lab, we have to be sure you are who you say you are. So, identify yourselves by names, please. You are...
Lewis, Josh, James.
Lewis, Josh, James. Yep, that's what I've got written down here. Talent. What are you going to do for us to prove you are the right people?
I can tell jokes.
Really, Lewis? It's a high-risk strategy, that one. Go on.
What's the most musical fish?
The most musical fish? I don't know. What is the most musical fish?
A piano tuner.
That actually physically hurts. It really does. Just in case you try telling any more, we'll let you in. You're into the lab. Come through. Very nice, very nice. It was nearly a joke. I mean, really, nearly. Chaps, obviously we've agreed a password with the real yellow team, and I'll need that from you. So what is the word we've agreed?
Wheels.
That's what I've got written down here. Why wheels?
Because we all like to cycle.
Oh, how lovely. But, of course, of no use here in the Blast Lab. We don't allow bicycles. The lab rats are scared of them. Right, let yourselves in. Go and get settled down, ready for the first round. Those are the yellow team. Now, he has several diplomas and quite a lot of parking tickets. I'm talking, of course, about Oliver. Welcome. Getting docked up to the back now. And hold on, right, connect him up. There we go, right, he's plumbed in. Now, actually, they did recently develop an upgrade for Oliver's FactNow system, but rather than spend money on that, I decided to program it myself. Turns out to be really amazingly difficult to upgrade software yourself like that. So, as a result, some of the facts that I have here are not true, and some are. And it's up to you teams to tell me which are true and which are false. Oliver will then let us know. If it is true, he'll do this. However, if it's false, he'll do this. All right. The game is pretty simple. Each team has 3 lights. At the moment, all 3 are lit red. Every time you answer a question correctly, one of your lights will go green. The winning team is the first to get 3 lights lit green. Simple. Just one slightly cruel complication, which is, if you answer it correctly, your light goes green. Great. If you answer it incorrectly, you don't get the green light, the other team does. Which means you can get it wrong and you can actually win it for the other team, OK? So think carefully about your answers. Right. To get the game going and to see who seizes control right from the very start, we begin with the nearest to question. I'll award the green light to the team that gets nearest to the real answer, and they will then get the first true or false science fact. Here we go. This is your question. What is the weight of the heaviest recorded hailstone in the UK? What is the weight of the heaviest recorded hailstone in the UK?
5,
you have to hurry, it's teams. Have to hurry. Reds are writing an answer down. Yellows got an answer written down. So what do you reckon? 9 kilograms. That's quite big. Reds, 1.75 kilograms. Pretty accurate there. OK, the real answer is 142 grams, which means, although they're miles out, frankly, the red team get it. They are the nearest with 1.7. So, you know, that is about the weight of a cricket ball, and it fell at Horsham, West Sussex on the 5th of September 1958. Right, that does mean then Reds have seized control of the game. They have the first light lit green. You get the first true or false science fact. And here it is. The smallest bone in the human body is in the foot. What are you going to tell me, is that true or false? The smallest bone in the human body is in the foot. Is it true or false? What do you think?
It's false.
You think it's false? That's what you think. The red team thinks it's false. How are you going to answer the question I've delivered to you? It's by saying false back to me. OK. We should find out now what the real answer is, shouldn't we? Oliver, the smallest bone in the human body is in the foot. Is that true or false? It's false, correct? The smallest bone in your body is actually in your ear. There are 3 little tiny bones in your ears that vibrate and help you hear, and the smallest one of them is 3.3 millimetres across, and that's smaller than even your little toe. Yellows, things are looking tricky. Don't worry, this can change very quickly, this game. So this is your science fact. The hairs of a polar bear are actually brown. Is that true or is that false? The hairs of a polar bear are actually brown. Is that true or false?
False.
You're saying false. We should probably find out by asking Oliver what the real answer is, shouldn't we? Oliver, is it true or false? OK, chaps, well done. You're still in the game. Believe it or not, polar bears' hairs actually have no colour at all. They're colourless and hollow. This makes the hairs look white, even though they're not, because of how light bounces around within them. Reds, you have 2 lights lit. Get this one right, and you win. Get it wrong, they stand a chance of winning next time round, OK? The Earth is hit by about 1,000 kilograms of meteor each day. Is that true or false?
True.
You think it's true. Oliver, is it true or false? It's false, it's false. I'm afraid that means the light is lit for the yellows. They're on 2. OK, yellows, I hardly need to point out where we are right now. If you answered this correctly, you win. If you're wrong, the Reds win. OK, this is your science fact. Silver is the best metal at conducting electricity. Is that true or false? Having a think, and I don't blame them because it really does all hang on this. In the meantime, let's see what you think, audience. Vote with your feet. Is it true or false? OK, again, the audience just divided down the middle. I have no help to you, yellows. Really, you can't tell much from that. Who's guessing?
I actually have no clue.
No clue. OK, OK.
It looks like hard metal.
Yeah, it does. It's like hard metal, so you think that could be part of it. Because if you think, I mean, metals are quite different, aren't they? Some are really soft. Lead's really soft. Some are really hard, some are really light. Could that affect it? OK, so you're thinking along the right sort of lines. I mean, there must be something about the metal that makes it good at conducting. OK, audience, back to your places. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. Silver is the best metal at conducting electricity. Is that true or false?
True.
You think it's true? Obviously, if it's true, you win. If it's false, they win. Oliver, is it true or false? It's also the best conductor of heat, but the reason electrical wires are usually made of copper is because it's much cheaper than silver, obviously. Congratulations, then, because 3 lights lit first and it went right down to the wire there. That was a hard-fought competition. That means it's 1-0 to the yellows. They do say you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. I didn't, because exactly the same thing happened when I tried to make a time machine to bring my old science teacher back from school to the blast lab, as happened the first time I did it with Kyle, my pet gerbil. Because my science teacher came back as a 10-year-old girl, and my gerbil came back as a 10-year-old gerbil, which is far too old for gerbils. I'm talking, of course, about Mini-Miss!
You made a right mess of it, Richard.
Yeah, well, it didn't go exactly to plan. Could have been worse. You could have come back as a 10-year-old gerbil.
Stop being ridiculous, Richard, or I will have to send you out of the lab. Now, the teams today are going to be helping me in an experiment with water tension with a game I like to call...
Klingon.
Tense water. I didn't realise that water could get stressed.
It can't. But I will get stressed if you keep testing my patience.
Sorry, miss. Sorry.
There is a large water-filled cylinder over Ninja Nan's head, and each team has to take it in turns to poke holes into the cling film.
Now, hold on, miss. From what I remember from school, which isn't much, this is about water tension, because it'll be water tension that'll keep the water in when they put holes in the cylinder. But then eventually, if the holes get too big or in the wrong place, or at some point, the water will come out and it'll fill this funnel, and I'm guessing that the team who causes it to spill over and land on Ninja Nan will lose, and there'll be one heck of a scene.
Very good, Richard.
Thank you very much, miss. I'm quite tired after all that thinking, so, teams, you can have a little bit of time to talk with Mini-Miss about what you're going to do. You have access to her brain, which is enormous, so do that now. I'm going to leave you to do that, OK? Have a chat, have a think. So this really is about water tension. Water tension only exists because water molecules, the little tiny bits that make up water, really like each other and they cling together. They don't want to let go. You can see it in action here. This glass, nearly full of water. And I can keep pouring it in, and putting more and more water in, and more water, and more, until if you look closely, the water is actually sticking up beyond the top of the glass. That's because the water molecules are sticking together. If I overdo it, if I keep pouring, eventually the water tension isn't enough, and the water spills out. So it'll be water tension when they put the holes in the cling film in here that holds it in. Of course, there's another factor in this, air. Because for water to come out, air has got to get in to replace it. And so once the holes reach a point when they're big enough for air to get in as well, more water will come out. This will fill up. Some water will always come out, but the team that causes it to spill over and land on Ninja Nan's head, well, they can answer to Ninja Nan. Teams, do you understand what's going on? Yeah. OK, yellows, you're in the lead at the moment, 1-0. So you get to decide. Do you want to go first or second?
First.
First, OK? What you're about to run the risk of doing is soaking Ninja Nan. I don't think that's something any of us want right now, so good luck. No pressure, step forward and make a hole, if you like. Teams, away we go. Oh, now a little bit of water will come out. Oh, that's it. Just a tiny few drops. OK, Reds. Here we go. OK, first hole. That's it, it stops. Yellow's in your cup. What's holding the water in, remember, is water tensions, because the water molecules like being next to each other, they cling on. We've actually added some dye into the bottom of the funnel so we can see the level of water as it rises up over the head of the most lethal weapon known to lab rat kind. Oh, fair bit of water able to come out, but that's okay. We've got a long way to go yet. We've got to fill this funnel before we're really in trouble. Okay. Lewis. Oh, bold play. It's going straight for the middle. Look at that. A brave young man. Ooh, the yellows really... Oh, that's good play from the yellows. It's getting some water in there. Makes it harder for the reds next time round, remember. You know when it's going to drip because you'll see the bubbles of air go up first. Ooh, bold play from the reds. Good play. That's sending some water in. The yellows, remember, have to answer back. Whatever you put in the funnel, they've got to put more water on top of it. That's got to be done. It's got to be done. No pressure, Ruth. She can kill you with an island. You do know that. She's not liking that. She's not comfortable with that at all. Oh. She's not comfortable with that. Oh, reds. Oh, reds. Oh, reds. Oh, reds. It may yet stop. It may stop. It's not going to stop until we can declare yellows are the winners, but that was incredibly tense. Come forward, team, please. That really was. Both sides up here, because that was... She's okay. She's actually still meditating. We're all right. That was quite incredibly tense, but I can declare that the point goes to the yellows. It is now 2-0 to the yellows. At some point, and that was it. It just went. Now, I admit I may have mucked up my own time-travelling experiments with Minimus, so when I heard of a scientist who said he could do time travel properly, well, I just had to investigate. Great! Auntie Matilda's chicken drumsticks. What is going on here? Hold it right there. Who are you? Who? Doctor who? Well, that's not a real name. It doesn't have any vowels in it. You're not even a real doctor, are you? No, you're not. You're just a lab rat in my old coat. And that's not a real alien robot you're fighting. You're just another lab rat in a cardboard box covered in tin foil. Yes, you are. I can see your foot. Right, I'm going to give you one chance to prove that you are a real alien, mysterious Time Lord. I'm going to send you on a mission, and you better take that or him with you, because you might need a sidekick. And the mission I've chosen is to break the world javelin record, which currently stands at 98.48 meters, held by a man with a woman's name, Jan. Using my trusty TARDIS, they've gone all the way back in time to... Well, if my knowledge of Roman battleground fashion is accurate, I'd say that our Time Lord and his hapless assistant have landed around 50 BC, which, judging by the weather, must mean a bit cold. But how on earth are they going to beat the javelin world record with a bunch of blokes dressed like a cross between a tin of beans and Superman? I don't know. Hang on a minute. That's a ballista. Ah, now I see what they're doing. The Roman ballista was one of the most formidable weapons in history. In fact, Julius Caesar used them in his conquest of Gaul around 55 BC to great effect. Capable of firing bolts or stones, the largest of them could hurl objects weighing in excess of 100 kilograms. And here's how it worked. A ballista is like a crossbow, but bigger. When the handle on the ballista is turned, the rope holding the arrow in place is pulled back and made tighter. When the rope is as tight as possible, it has a lot of potential energy. On releasing the rope, this potential energy is transferred into kinetic or movement energy, launching the arrow into the air. But will the energy stored within these strings be capable of breaking that javelin world record of 98.48 meters? OK, hold the experiment right there because there is a point up for grabs. Now, I know the score 2-0. It won't make any difference overall, but I think just for the honour of the point, we should play on. And it hinges on this question. Will it work? Will they break the world javelin record? What do you think? Will it work? What do you think, Yellows? Yes?
No.
You think no? That's good. I like it when we have a difference of opinion. So you think they won't, you think they will. Well, there's 1 point up for grabs here, and there's only one way to find out. Carry on with the experiment.
Tasked with beating a world record, the wannabe Time Lord and his hapless assistant have gone back in time to around 55 BC, the height of the Roman Empire, where they hope to beat the world record javelin throw of 98.48 metres with this. It's a Roman ballista armed with a wooden bolt. Our legionnaires are ready, so here we go. Tres, duo, anus. Well, that's incredible. And just look at it in slow motion. The force of the ballista has shot the bolt well over the 100 metres mark. But how far? The tape measure says 59 metres. That shattered the javelin world record with a total distance of 159 metres. Result. And that brings the score to 3-0 to the Yellows.
Right, now it is time for... which, of course, involves my snotbots over here. I'm so proud of these creations. One day they will be replacing the lab rats. So clever that they have started taking on human characteristics, like catching terrible colds. I know, I'm sorry about that. It really is disgusting. OK, here's what we're going to be doing. Hidden in that gunge are prize discs. Written on them are the names of prizes. Today, we've got practical joke set, radio-controlled spider, and electromagnetic kit. The team with the most of those prize discs slotted into the open mouth of their snotbot at the end of the game will win and take the prizes home. Remember, the Yellows have the lead right now. That's bought you a 5-second head start. You have some time to find as many prize discs as you can, and that some time starts now!
Some time is ticking, and the Yellows are wasting none of it getting quite literally stuck in. There's the second siren. The Reds are off. But it looks like it's going to be the Yellows who are first off the mark. There's Ruth ready with a disc as well. And in it goes. One for the Reds. And another for the Yellows. The prize discs are flying in today. And yet another disc has been found by the Yellows. There's no stopping them. And James has been passed another yellow disc, and the Reds have one as well. It really is anyone's game, probably. There's another one found by the Yellows. The prize disc must be getting a little thin on the ground now, with both teams putting in flawless displays of disc discovery. 3, 2, 1.
Your sometime is up, teams. Whoa! That's a lot of gunge on you guys. OK, we must now find out how you teams have done. Labrat, how many have we got for the Reds? Let's have a look. OK, how many have we got, Labrat? 6 prize discs for the Reds. Well done, well done. How many for the Yellows? What have we got? 10! Amazing. Clearly, that is a win for the Yellows. Let's count them up and have a look at what you've got. We've got a model speedboat. Radio-controlled spider for each one. Voice walker. Pogo stick. Practical joke set. Puzzle cube. A soap factory. I'll need that after this for certain. An electromagnetic kit. A skeleton model. A metal detector. Staggering! That really is well. Congratulations, Yellows. Now, slightly trickier duty to perform because we must find out what the Reds would have been taking home with them. An electromagnetic kit. Yeah, nice. Model speedboat. Nice. A soap factory. Yeah. Handy right now as well. A practical joke set. Lunar eclipse bedroom light. Very nice. I know. And a personal room moon. No, but Reds, it's okay, because here's the thing. You're not actually going to take them home with you. Instead, you're going to blow them up, because it's time for B-Day Goes Bang! Yellows, you have emptied my prize cupboard. Well done, well played. Congratulations. All that lot going home with Reds. You did really well, and then I'm really very sorry. But it's okay, because instead of taking them home, wheelbarrows full of prizes, what you're going to do is follow me along the walk of shame. It's... Oh. Reds, you were great sports. You really were. You were great fun to have here in the Blast Lab. Thank you for playing, and I'm really sorry. But you know what you must do? Lift the plunger. It's time to say goodbye to those prizes. Lift it up. Here we go. Audience, we'll count them down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, girls. So that is just about it. We've investigated how water tension can keep you dry-ish and how spring tension can make a lab rat wet. I'll see you again next time.
Hey team! Missed this morning's news splatter lot? Then switch to the CBBC channel where there's another chance to see the action. So turn over and get amongst it. Oof! Steady on!